We do actually also have a special guest today, and I want to introduce my friend and coach, Mr. Tom Fleming. Look, there he is. He hasn't changed at all in the years since that picture was taken. Tom, would you like to kind of spend a couple of minutes talking with the group as well?
Sure. I'm just sporting my COVID beard here, Bill. When all this is over, it will disappear. Good to be with you all. I've been a BNI member since 1996, believe it or not. And I guess the question that we're all asking today is why BNI? And as Dylan mentioned, there is power in a referral. When someone that you have a relationship with tells someone in their network that you're the best, your product or service is the best, and they need to do business with you, you're basically attracting clients that have already been sold versus, other means that you're promoting your business with. Contrast the power of a referral with the clients you pick up through advertising or cold calling or direct mail or social media. There's a difference. Who does BNI work for? Let me tell you this, BNI is not a vending machine. You don't put your application in the machine and hit D4 and outspits $100,000 referral. It just doesn't work that way. BNI is all about building relationships with your fellow referral partners. And BNI will help you do that. As Bill mentioned right up front, BNI is about giving within the philosophy of giver's gain. When you give to someone else, you're letting them know that you're on their team. And subsequently, what you're doing is you're inviting them to be on your team. So in BNI, we're actually looking for players, not spectators. Let me explain this a little bit. In professional sports, you've got the professional athletes that are on the court, on the field. They're exerting energy. They're engaged. There's teamwork going on. Those guys, they're making millions of dollars per year. The spectators, they're in the stands. They paid $250, $500, $1,000 for a ticket. They're spending $8 on a hot dog, $15 on a beer. Granted, it's probably a big beer. But the point is that the players are making the money and the spectators are spending the money. So BNI is pretty much like everything else in life. You get out of it what you put into it. Now, within the framework of starting a new BNI chapter, it's been my experience that your focus at this point is building your foundation, a big foundation, a strong foundation. How you do that is you invite potential long-term referral partners from your network over the coming weeks to learn about what you're involving yourself with and inspiring them to join you. Specifically, you want to aggressively approach this task as you want to create momentum through leverage to get a fast start as time is money. Now, Dylan mentioned that it took his group quite a few months to get going. Most of the groups that I work with and trying to get up and rolling, we're doing that in a 2 to 3 month period. And it's because the focus is on creating momentum, okay, which generates leverage. Because if you invite 2 or 3 people, and then they can immediately in turn around and invite 2 or 3 people, and so on and so forth, you're off and running. My last point is invite up. Invite people who are as successful or more successful than you are. Why? They appreciate the value of a system like BNI because they tried the whole concept of advertising, cold calling, direct mail. They're also extremely influential in the community. So when they say to someone in their network to do business with you, that person will. Lastly, successful people hang around other successful people. You want the highest caliber of people in your BNI chapter. Why? well, it said, where you're going to be in 5 years is dictated by the quality of people that you hang around and the books you read, or the quality of the education that you put in your head. BNI is a success system. It's a recipe. It's just like baking a cake. If you follow the recipe, you'll get the results. Bill, thanks so much for having me today. And I do hope a couple of these insights will help clarify, if you're visiting with us today, whether you have an interest in stepping up or stepping out of this fantastic opportunity. Oh, Bill, before I go, I'm not afraid to talk money. The average member in our area, generates more than $75,000 per year in sales or incremental commissions as a result of their participation in BNI. And that's the average. Your first year, don't expect to do that. Where this system pays off, okay, is when you get engaged and you build deep relationships over 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Good luck to you all. Thanks again, Bill. Bye-bye.
Fantastic, Tom. Thank you so much for joining us and for sharing your insights. So Tom's region down in Tampa was a highly successful one with many very large chapters, and I'm not surprised at the revenue figures that mentioning.